Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to everyone tuning in over on Chelsea Fan TV. And here we are again, back with another daily transfer update. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the likes on both streams, subscribe to both channels if you haven't done so already. And if you want your message to be guaranteed to be read out, make sure you use the super chat function as well, guys. All donations are greatly appreciated by both channels. And boy, we had some interesting news in the last half an hour or so. Reportedly, Mason Mount is now set to stay at Chelsea. He never wanted to leave at all in the first place. He felt forced out. United have reportedly ended their interest. They feel that Chelsea are using a Man United tax to get the price up. So we're going to dive into that. Loads to get stuck into there. I mean, it's boring. It's been dragging on for months and months and months. But these are some interesting developments in the Mason Mount saga as well. United has reportedly pulled out and are now going to focus their attention on Moises Caicedo, even though he's going to cost more than Mason Mount was going to cost them anyway. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. We're going to get stuck into that. Christian Pulisic is a key target for Lyon in France. Chelsea have signed another talented youngster, Duan Sterling, I believe, 18 years of age, from Phoenix Fire, I think, over in the US. Koulibaly's completed his move to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, there's loads and loads to get into, but the Mason Mount news is the big news of the evening so far, people. There's been a lot going on, But yeah, guys, let's get into it. I'm going to say hello to a few people in the chat, and then we'll get straight into it, guys. We'll also get into this Romelu Lukaku stuff as well. Bowley only wants a permanent transfer, no loans, apparently. Getting what he deserves, GGMU. I'm not sure what that means. United going for Caicedo. Yeah, possibly. This is so tiring. Why are Chelsea dragging it out? Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm going to get stuck into it. Cover and Havertz have done anything around 55 should have been accepted. Well, 55 was the bid that went in that got rejected, so they obviously want more. Mount staying at Chelsea then? Possibly. I don't really know what's happening at the moment. But United going for Caicedo. Yeah, we'll get into all this. We've dragged the Mount saga out a lot now, and he leaves for free next year. Yeah, he will leave for free if a new deal can't be agreed. Mount never once travelled Chelsea. Mount to Man United off, possibly. Yeah, bro, I'm here. We're going to get stuck into it all. Worry Caicedo to United? No, I don't think so. I think we've done way too much groundwork in this Caicedo deal for us to be beaten by Man United at this late stage in the game. No way United wins a bidding war against us. No, agreed. I'm not worried about Caicedo, no. Man United wants a fight. Nah, bro, they can have one, but they're not going to get it. Mount stays. Yeah, Man United walking away like Craig David. It's kind of mad. I don't know if I was expecting that or not. I don't think United will get Caicedo. No chance for me. Apparently, Poch is a big factor in the Caicedo deal. Yeah, I've read that as well. If we miss out on Caicedo, it's our fault for taking so long. They're telling me we can sign Jackson and not even make a bid for Caicedo. No, the Caicedo stuff is to do with the sales going through. We're waiting for the Saudi sales and the Havertz sale to go through before making the bid. We've been working on personal terms, working on the player side of things before steaming all in on that one. So I don't think we need to worry too much. We don't need Lukaku back, as I'm sure he'll be a negative. No, we don't need him back. Keep Mount, will take Caicedo. You man can dream. You man haven't got any money, so I'm not sure where. I don't know where this is coming from. The board has come into serious question. Let's just hold fire. We're gonna get stuck into all this. Man United play with us to sign Caicedo. Yeah, we need to sign Caicedo. Agreed. Mount going backwards if he leaves Chelsea, in my opinion. Yeah, quite possibly. Let Man United offer 65 million, then we take it. Yeah, Chelsea have maintained all along 65 million or it's no deal. Simple as that. Absolutely shameless from United. How blatantly brief does it have to be? Put some of our efforts recently to shame. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. We're coming from Mount next summer when he's free. No problem. Mount has 1 year left on the contract yet. Nothing from Fabrizio or Ornstein. No, this is why we need to wait for more sources. We need a full cupboard of sources before we can go fully into this one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, Lee, to be honest, bro. Someone on here said this United pursuit for Mount is like when we went after Rooney and the outcome would be the same. Yeah, it's kind of got similar vibe to when like Chelsea were really close to getting Steven Gerrard all the way back in 2005, whenever it was. And he never really wanted to leave in the first place, but it got really close. And then there was suddenly like a change of heart and that move never happened. Keep Mount, will take him for free next season. Fair. It's good source. Well, it's the same source that said Ilkay Gundogan was very close to staying at Manchester City and now he's gone to Barcelona. If anyone thinks Caicedo is going to United, very mistaken. I agree. Caicedo is a better option for United for sure, because they need someone to play alongside Casemiro. Casemiro wasn't like, Mount wasn't going to play alongside Casemiro. That's for sure. They could do with someone to play alongside Casemiro. Either sell Mount now or make him sign a new contract. What's the point in him running out the existing contract and not turning up on the pitch? No, I do agree on that. If he's look, either stay, sign a new contract, or go. There's no point just keeping him here for a year when he doesn't want to be here. Hopefully Mason doesn't do a West Fafana and go on strike. No, I don't think he would. The board's not incompetent. Man United isn't getting Caicedo. I agree. Big up my guy. 18-year-old Jamaican centre forward signed to. Yeah, mate, this geezer's probably going to go on loan to Strasbourg. Looks like we will bottle Caicedo. No, I don't think we will. We need another striker, not only Jackson, just in case. No, I'd agree on that. There's lots of work to be done. Big up my guy. You're deluded if you think he's choosing Chelsea over us. Mate, you can say he's a self-confessed United fan. There's a fucking picture of him in a Chelsea shirt with his mum when he was younger, and his idol's Kante. So, yeah, you believe what we want. But, yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll be holding up a Chelsea shirt. And if he's not, then I'm going to have to hold that and just accept that's the way it is. We aren't getting Caicedo. No, I think we will. If he leaves for free, we fuck this up. Yeah, no, we can't allow him to leave for free. No, he's not. But we can't let him leave for free when you've got someone that's is a valuable asset. Big up Joey Hackney, my guy. Matt Hayes, Chelsea being Big W, Mount. As long as Jackson and Kunku don't take 9, agreed. Yeah, I'm happy if Mount stays as well. United are bluffing. Mount briefing clearly. Do you think we might keep Havertz? No, Havertz is done. That's all gone through. What else have we got? Yeah, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Massively appreciate it, people. By the way, guys, let's get the likes up. On my channel, there's almost 60 of us locked in, but only 16 likes, people. I know we're only 7 minutes in, but that is a poor conversion rate, guys. We've got to be doing much better than that. So get the likes up on my channel, people. Hover over that thumb button, give it a little click. Massively helps me out. Spreads the stream far and wide to more people. Let's get this on the road to at least 50 likes, people. But 60 of you locked in with 18 likes is poor. So let's get that up, guys. You've been doing a great job all week. Let's carry it on into the weekend. And guys, make sure you're smashing those likes over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. But yeah, Jackson deal is done. Medical's taking place at the moment. What else have we got going on in the chat? I'm going to get into this Mount stuff in more detail. I just want to say hello to as many people in the chat as possible, guys. Over 340 of us locked in across both channels. Big up to everyone. Keep Mount. I'll get onto this news on Diogo Costa as well. Can't pay for Mount. We offered 60 mil with a year left on his contract. Well, no, he might not be worth that, but we've always maintained 65 million or no deal. So if you're not prepared to pay the 65 mil, then that's it. You've got to walk away. Chelsea still in pole position for Moises Caicedo. I believe that Caicedo wants Chelsea as well. Everyone, we're going to regret not selling Mount. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. This is all just a bit of a madness and a bit of a head fuck, to be honest. Clearly a PR exercise from Mount size to get a better deal. I've got absolutely no idea. Chelsea just sell Mount. Yeah, well, I mean, Chelsea countered with a 58 plus 7, I think it was. 58 plus 7 was the counter offer. They want 65 million. Right, there's loads of stuff coming in the chat, people. I'm going to try and get through as much of this as possible. Jesus, the chat's popping off. There's a lot of stuff in it, guys. As I said, if you want to be guaranteed your message gets read out, use the super chat function. I'm going to get into this stuff now. I will, as I always do, try and get through as many comments in the chat as possible. But let's get into this then. So, obviously, Man United have dropped their interest in Mason Mount reportedly. This here in the same report, there is a belief at Old Trafford that Chelsea are trying to apply a Manchester United tax to the Mount deal. It's been noted there that Chelsea were willing to deal swiftly with Manchester City over Kovacic and agreed to sell him for just 30 million. Set against that fee, the asking price for Mount looks especially high, United believe. So, I mean, the thing is though, United knew what the price was all along. Yes, they're obviously going to try and get Chelsea's price down. Of course, Chelsea at one point, I think, were looking at wanting 70 odd million pounds, which was never going to happen. For me, I would have taken anywhere between 60 and 65 million. This current bid, 55 plus 5, I personally probably would have accepted that if Mount didn't want to stay, if that's the money on the table, 120, 130 odd million for for Havertz and Mount is a very good deal. But it's really strange that, you know, this has now suddenly come out after all the tweets over the last few days. You know, Mount felt he was getting forced out by the club, and the last offer was back in February, only a 1-year extension. That is poor. If we're being totally honest, that is terrible for the club that maintains that they want to keep Mason Mount. So I've only had a 1-year extension all the way back in February is not really the sign of a club that wants to keep the player. Now, again, we don't really know what the situation is, but United feel they're being hard done by. But Chelsea have always been in the strongest position, you know. They've been in a position where, you know, they've always said that the price is £65 million. If no one pays it, then Mount will stay. He'll either leave on a free, or they'll be able to, or there's remains hope that they'll be able to convince him to sign a new deal. So this is kind of where we're at this point in time. People, is that, you know, United reportedly pulled out. Now again, this could be a tactic. But what doesn't make sense is, like, you know, apparently, you know, all the personal terms were agreed. Well, if you never wanted to leave in the first place and you felt forced out, why have you then agreed personal terms with another team? I don't really understand quite what's going on in this front. It's all very confusing, and it's all a bit of a head fuck, if we're being totally honest. Like, we don't really know kind of what's going on at this point in time. I mean, the fact that Mount feels forced out is a strange one. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But again, you know, it's just brief after brief after brief after brief. You know, whatever this outcome's going to be, it has to be decided this week, guys. You know, we cannot allow Pochettino to be carrying this into pre-season when he starts work, having this whole sideshow of the Mount saga. Will he, won't he sign? It's the same sort of nonsense, you know, that we had over Rafinha, that we had over Jules Koundé, that we had with De Jong at times as well, that kind of overshadowed the last pre-season. We've got to get the departures all done. We've got to get the majority of the signings in before pre-season, and we just can't allow ourselves to be derailed. You know, and Pochettino just got to focus on the squad, not things that are going on outside of the pitch. You know, and a gut feeling, to be honest, for me right now, yes, I'd like Mount to stay, but I've almost got to the point now where I actually don't care. It's been going on for well over 9 months now. If he wants to stay, sit down, fucking sign a new deal. If he wants to leave, accept the offer, get him out. And if he refuses to sign, then then there's no reason whatsoever to be playing him. And it's kind of as simple as that. No reason whatsoever to be playing him if he doesn't want to sign. That's kind of where I'm at with this situation. But yeah, guys, 400 of us locked in, which is kind of mad, you know. 400 of us locked in across both channels. Big up to everyone. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to both channels, make sure you do so, people. It's really important that we help get Chelsea Fan TV well on our road to 200,000 subscribers. I'm looking to get to 4K subscribers myself before the season starts, guys. It's all one big community here, so let's make sure we show some love to my channel, show some love to Chelsea Fan TV. People, subscribe to both channels. The links to both channels are in the chat now, and make sure you continue to smash the likes, guys. What have we got people saying in the chat here? There's so much stuff coming in. I'm not going to be able to go back all the way through, but I'll just get through the most recent things. Mount funds would help us get Caicedo, but so would all the outgoing sales we've done anyway. So Declan Rice to City, quite possibly. You're so deluded, aren't you? You don't know how football works. What, me? Mate, please explain how football works to me. What have I been deluded about? Chelsea's the easiest team to beat by Arsenal. Charlie, Max. Bro, my guy, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're good, mate. Opinions on Mount's future under Poch? I don't know. The whole thing seems to be like, I don't know. It seems to be a bit of a head fuck, really. You don't really know what's going on. Like, you get all the, it's kind of just tit for tat briefings, left, right, and centre. You know, it's the club's fault. Oh, it's Mount's fault. He wants out. He doesn't want to leave. Doesn't want to sign a new deal. Now we're getting stuff coming. Oh, he's being forced out. Ultimately, I think for Mount, it's going to be tricky. Like, if he doesn't sign a new contract and he stays, then there's no real reason for us to play him because he doesn't want to be here. But then again, how do you deal with a situation when you've got a player like Mason Mount and, you know, he doesn't want to be here? What do you do? Just leave him in the reserves all season? I don't really know how you would go about dealing with that situation. Ultimately, though, if he does stay and he doesn't sign a new deal, I don't really know what we do because we could still get use out of him. But where's his head at, you know, in this situation? How do you go into a season knowing that you don't want to be at the club? Are you going to be putting 100% in? what's your reception? The reception from the fans is not going to be good, knowing that a player is still here that wants out. We need to move away from that situation because we've had too many players over the last few years that don't want to be at the club, and it creates a bad vibe in the dressing room. We're trying to move away from that. So it's a tricky one now. If Mount's going to stay, he has to sign a new deal this summer. We can't go into the season and he stays here knowing that he's going to leave for free next summer. So I think if he commits and he wants to stay, there's absolutely a future under Pochettino. He might have to repair some of the work, just come out and be honest, communicate with the fans what his intentions are, what the hell's been going on, and then we just kind of go from there, mate. But yeah, it's a mad situation because we've had for so long now, expecting him to leave, and then we need to kind of wait for some more concrete sources to kind of come out and confirm this news, because it is only one source from the Times. I'm not saying it's not accurate or it's not reliable, but we need a few more to kind of collaborate the story. But yeah, ultimately, mate, I think that there is a future for Mount under Pochettino, but he's going to have to want to stay, and he needs to sign a new contract for that to be a goer at all, in my opinion. United putting a lot of pressure on Chelsea to lower the asking price for Mount. I don't know if it's a game for them. He's Ten Hag's number one target. They've made that very clear. I know United are stupid, aren't the best run club under the Glazers. The recruitment department's not the best, but surely they're not going to spend all this time for Mason Mount as some sort of game. Like, he is clearly their number one target. The fact that United didn't call us to confirm the meeting put some rumours out. I don't know. No one wants Arsenal's rubbish. This saga is tiring. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on with this, boys. I don't know what's going on. Let Mount go and let's introduce that Italian kid, Caicedo. Yeah, Caicedo is going to have a chance in pre-season to impress. 19-year-old Caicedo is great. No points. But no, we have to get Caicedo. We have to get Caicedo. So it's as simple as that. John, wait and see. Arsenal are shit. Yeah, big up my guy. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you do all those things, people. Arteta out. Arsenal will be singing this season. Maybe. Let's wait and see. His agent said they will not sign a new contract. Yeah, at this point in time, who are we supposed to believe? There's so many conflicting reports coming out. We just need some clarity on this situation, We need clarity. We can't keep having this brief after brief after brief. Someone's got to come out and just tell the truth. Like, either the club needs to come out and explain what's going on, or Mount needs to come out and explain what's going on here. No, we're not going to get Barella. Ben Jacobs said yesterday they're not pulling out. Well, yeah, maybe. Caicedo absolutely isn't shit. Let him leave if he wants to. I agree on that. There's a heap of rubbish at Chelsea right now. Right, okay. Unfortunately, with Bowley not understanding how to... I don't think it's Bowley. Like, Bowley and Eghbali are decent at negotiating the deals. This is a Win Stanley and a Lawrence Stewart situation, I believe. Bowley has personally tried to sort this situation out a number of times, and he has handed it down to the co-sporting directors, and that's kind of where it appears a situation and an issue has occurred. Yeah, Havertz having a medical over this weekend, should be announced on Monday. I have a dream, re-sign Mount and sign Rice. Could be kind of mad if that happens, but I don't think that's going to happen. I want him to stay as long as we get Caicedo. We have to get Caicedo. I don't know what PR it is, but yeah, it is a tiring saga. Is it true Eden Hazard is coming back to Chelsea? No, not true at all. Looks like it's Lavia and Onana then. No, Shane, don't joke like that, mate. We got to do better than that, bro. We can't. It's going to be bad for us if we go into that. We will be paying his wages, so he needs to play. Yeah, send him to Strasbourg if he doesn't want to be here. Maybe put Mason in the reserves. This is the foundation for any club thinking they can rob us from here on. Pay up or find someone else. Yeah, I agree. And this is what I've said all along, guys. Chelsea have been in the driving seat in this situation. The asking price on Mount has always been there. And the situation has been you pay the asking price or he doesn't go. And we take a gamble that we can try and convince him to stay and sort out all that water under the bridge. Or he goes on a free, and that's kind of a gamble we're prepared to take. But Chelsea have kind of held all the cards in this position. United know what's required to get Mason Mount, and they haven't offered that yet. So yeah, it's kind of on them really. We could sell 2 other players and make that money. Agreed. Lewis won't be happy. I'll drop him a message and see how he's feeling. You scammed us, but not United. Anybody want Cho? Yeah, Saudi clubs are looking at him. I hope Mount stays and signs a new contract. Yeah, I would like him to stay for sure. Why can't Inter do business with us with a Lukaku and Onana swap with Aspie? But these swap deals just aren't going to happen. Edu, you should do like this. All good, mate. Hope things are going well, mate. Is the Mount news from a trusted source? Well, it's from Jonathan Norcroft in the Times. I'll be honest, I don't read a lot of the Times, but I wouldn't. There's definitely worse out there for sure. I wouldn't say it's a complete load of rubbish because that has been backed up by Nathan Gissing at Demartio, who's pretty good with Chelsea stuff as well. So I think there is some sort of or some semblance of truth to all this. Mount never wanted to leave. All Chelsea PR. I look. This is the thing. Like I'm sweating. I get the feeling that I never thought Mount wanted to leave anyway. Like I always believed that there's something must have gone seriously wrong for him not to want to leave, or he was like put in a situation where he felt that he had to leave because he felt like he was being forced out. I really don't know. It's just such a mad situation. It's so tiresome as well. It really is. They scammed us 65 mil. Yeah, thanks for your 65 mil. You can have Kai Havertz and we'll buy Strasbourg. No room for Mount now. No, but he can be a squad player, and he could be very useful in the team. There's no two ways about it. In my opinion, Mount's relationship with the club is soured. Yeah, I don't know. This is so confusing now. Minerals F. Mate, I don't even want to think about him. All Chelsea PR. I don't know. Nathan Gissing now. Yeah, exactly. No, he is. Like there are a few more sources saying it now. Hope all the academy kids do well for Chelsea. I agree. What else have we got going on here? Who will play on the right if Noni gets injured? Sterling. What else have we got going on in the chat here? Got so much stuff coming in. Got some Juventus fans. Man United are bluffing. Maybe. I don't really know what's going on here. Right, guys, I'm going to move away from the chat. We're going to get into a bit more business, people, about what's going on. So United obviously feeling hard done, but the Kovacic deal was a lot different, though, in my opinion, because he had 1 year left on the contract. It was an easy deal to do. He's 29, 30 years of age. You say probably isn't going to get much better. Yeah, you get a few good years out of him, but that's a lot easier a deal. That's a lot easier deal to do than the Mount one. I would say, look, 65 million with 1 year left on the contract is a lot of money. And you could say, is that market rate? Probably not, but that's what Chelsea feel the player's worth. So, at the end of the day, if you're a buying club, you have to go with what the selling club are pricing at. But yeah, I mean, 65 million pounds is a lot. I would have taken 60. I would have accepted the last offer. If Mount genuinely wants out, I would have certainly accepted that final offer. No two ways about it. But let's move away from this one and move on to some other stuff that Man United are now reportedly focusing on other midfield targets, which again is a bit of an issue. So Man United are focusing on other midfield targets with Moises Caicedo on the top of their list after reaching an impasse in their attempts to sign Mason Mount. The decision to pursue other options was taken after Chelsea rejected their third offer for Mount. But I don't really understand why, how suddenly United could be in for Caicedo when he's going to cost at least 80 million quid, but they couldn't even pay 65 million pounds all in for Mount. So where's this money coming from? Is Caicedo a target? This is the first time really that we're hearing sort of concrete links with Man United and Moises Caicedo. Yeah, we know that Man United have kind of been monitoring. There's been an interest in the situation, but there's not really been any concrete links. It's all been kind of Chelsea at the front of the queue. They're going to bid imminently, get the sale sorted out to Saudi, get Kai Havertz off the books as well and whatnot. And then we're going to put a bid in. We've been working on the player side of things. So yeah, it's a little bit of a strange one. It really is. Like, I don't understand what United just been doing no work on Caicedo. They now just decided to, well, you know what, we're going for Caicedo now when we've been doing a lot of work on the players side of things. I don't know if they're bluffing or what the situation is at this point in time, but it certainly isn't making much sense at the moment. But I don't see United beating us to Moises Caicedo. I really don't. What have we got here? Man United are bluffing. Just pay the tax, pay the money. Some United fan posted saying they should move on to Caicedo now. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird that. I'd imagine United have at least 150 million pounds to spend. Yeah, but they need a fucking centre forward as well. Moises Caicedo there is not really the one for Manchester United. I don't see how Caicedo would join United over Chelsea. I really don't. That might be me being a little bit naive. I believe United have the money, but I don't see them outbidding us for Caicedo. No, look, I can't envisage a situation where, having missed out on Agate, we're then going to go and miss out on Moises Caicedo as well. How much do Brighton want for Caicedo? I think it's around £80 million. bench Mount for the season. Brother, United are more attractive than Chelsea. What? Based on what? Obviously they've got Champions League football next season, but they've got one Carabao Cup in the last 6 or 7 years. Chelsea are in a much better position long-term, in my opinion, than Man United are. They're taking the mick, 65 million bargain. Why are we penny pinching on Mount? I don't think we are. That's our valuation, and we're not prepared to shift from it. Man United don't have any money. Never going to happen. It's hilarious. Yeah. Nicolo Ravella. I don't know who Ravella is. United will offer him Champions League. Yeah, for one season. Yeah, UCL football for one season. Like we're going to be back in the Champions League. So I don't see other than that the attraction. They have the money, but they have clearly done that. They clearly don't value Mace at 65. That's the issue. And I don't think they do. If Mount stays, send them to the under-21s of Lukaku. A fake out from United. They don't have the funds to go for a keeper, striker, and Caicedo. No, they absolutely don't. People, run the likes up. As Joey Hackney said, run the likes up, guys. My channel, there are 97 of us locked in, only 41 likes. Guys, we've got to be doing better than that. Let's get this to at least 50, 60, 70 likes, people. There's loads of you locked in that haven't hit that like button, guys. Come on, guys. Bringing you the content here, getting through everyone's stuff in the chat. The least you can do is just give that like button a little click. It massively helps out both channels. And it spreads the stream to more people. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that business. So, guys, make sure you smash the likes on my channel and smash the likes over on Chelsea Fan TV. Let's get these likes up on this Saturday night, people. Man United should be focused on just signing a capable striker. Still England's biggest. Yeah, United. Yeah, they are. Now we would take your Caicedo chain. Trust that. No, we're not going to have nothing to do with Caicedo. United out of Champions League in the group stage, probably. I can't believe you, mate. Well, let's wait and see what happens. When Caicedo's holding up that Chelsea shirt, bro, I'll be sure to find you in the chat again, and we can have that. We can have Caicedo holding the Chelsea shirt up on the thing. A new man can sign some shit striker on loan again because you can't afford to buy anyone. Chelsea have said they will hold talks with Man United to reach an agreement. As for Caicedo, yeah, no, that was last night from David Ornstein saying that Chelsea are prepared to meet United in person to try and come up with some sort of compromise and reach an arrangement for a deal. So let's kind of wait and see what happens on that. Again, yes, but that's going to be even if that went through tomorrow, that's too late to have any impact for the summer. How can they pay 85 for Maguire but not want to pay 65 for Mount? Agreed. Well, almost as funny as you winning a trophy, guys. So yeah. So you're telling me they can't afford 60 for Mount? Yeah, I don't get it. Why are we going for Jackson when we have because Datro Fofana is not ready to play? That's why. No Champions League in 15 years and counting for Man United. Yeah, 2008 in Moscow, your last Champions League. Well done, guys. United need Caicedo more than Mount. Yeah, agreed they do. Right, what else? Oh, so much stuff in the chat. Nah, big up, respect, appreciate it. Like people, yeah, you know what to do, guys. You know what to do. Yeah, anyway, with this Mount stuff, yeah, it's kind of strange, but I don't know what's going on. The fact that he kind of feels forced out of the club. Does he feel forced out of the club because they only offered him a 1-year deal and he feels like they don't want to keep him? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what's going on here. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's anything new sort of coming through on this front. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. But yeah, guys, I'm going to bring up something else on the screen now about Mason Mount and him wanting to stay rather than Mason no longer in the race. There is a belief at Old Trafford we've done that. Done. Man United dropped their interest in Mason Mount. Has there been a price update on Mount? Has there? Let's have a quick look. New tweets coming through. What we saying, people? I don't think there has been. But yeah, no, Felix saying, Nathan Gissin here as well. Let's bring this up on the screen, people. I'm just going to bring this up now and talk about it because it is interesting. Ashraf, could you just if you've got my Twitter, just send me the DM so I can bring it up on the screen, bro. I would appreciate that. So Man United have dropped their interest, as we've been discussing. The current feeling is Mount will remain at Chelsea for this summer. He has 1 year left on his contract, and ideally, he never wanted to leave. This is also weird because all the messages we've been getting was that he didn't want to sign a new deal. He wasn't going to stay. He was prepared to run his contract down. He was trying to force a move out to United. He'd agreed personal terms. He was happy with the United move. And then suddenly we've again got these reports tonight of what is seemingly just a complete 180 U-turn. I really don't get it. Is Pice a journo? No, he's not a journalist. No, but he has got good connections. Yeah. Yes, big up my guy. Thank you for tuning in. Arsenal fans pressed because they realise they have Havertz playing as an 8 next season. Yeah, you guys enjoy Kai Havertz. You man enjoy. What else we got here? Yeah, Derek, big up my guy. Worst case scenario, United buy Caicedo and then get Mount on a free next year. That would be the worst case scenario, and there would be a lot of humble pie to consume if that were to happen. That would be a peak situation. I'd be fuming. Would you be happy working for a third of what your workmates are on? No, and this is what I mean. People just think loyalty is a one-way thing. Loyalty is a commitment, is a two-way thing. You know, the fact that Mount is on dog shit money, obviously for us as fans, it's outrageous money. But in terms of football, Premier League, Chelsea, Mount on 75, 80k is dog shit money. So, and when he's contributed more over Chelsea's recent success than guys on twice his money, you can understand why he's going to feel pissed off about it. So, absolutely deserves a pay rise. I mean, for what it's worth, this should have been dealt with, as I was saying with Pice yesterday on the stream, this should have been dealt with after we won the Champions League in Porto. But the reality is it wasn't. We're now in a situation where we've kind of fucked about. And it is true that there was an agreement in principle with Bowley before the World Cup. That was subsequently changed when Winstanley took over negotiations. And then since February, all that's been offered is a 1-year extension. That doesn't really show that the club want Mount to stay. In my opinion, if we're looking at this objectively with the facts that you've got on the table, if you want someone to stay and your only contract extension offer has been a 1-year extension since February, that to me says we don't want you to be here. So I'm not really too sure what's going on. Caicedo himself said he was a United fan. Go watch the video in 2020. I'm not going to bother looking for that video. But, I'm not buying anyone. Glazers stringing them along. Yeah, Glazers are shit owners. I'm looking forward to Pochettino coming in and maybe get a better deal for Mason and the club. This needs to be dealt with before Poch starts. It needs to be dealt with next week. We need an answer one way or another. Mount was offered 120, 150 under Roman, but turned it down. I haven't seen that. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Mount one-way story is sus for me. I'm waiting. Yeah, we need some communication. I don't think so. Jorginho and Havertz double pivot season. Stay in your lane, Arsenal fans, for sure. He can't get his move to United now, so he wants to stay. I think ultimately, like if he 100% wanted the move, Chelsea would come to a compromise with United to get the deal done. But as I've maintained all along, what's this? Oh yeah, let me just have a look at this quickly. I've not publicly called Mount a snake or such because my understanding after speaking to well-connected sources over the past couple of months is basically what's been reported. Chelsea more at fault, pulled away from offers. Winstanley was in charge for a good chunk. Mount wants to move. I'm going to bring this up on the screen, guys. I'm going to bring this thread up on the screen and we're going to dissect it. Let's have a quick look, people. I will move on from Mount, guys. I know we've been going over half an hour now and we're still on fucking Mount and it's boring but this is a big kind of plot twist in it. I've not published. So basically, Pice saying Mount wants to move and has been pushing for it due to insistence on not making another offer. One more thing. Also heard that Pochettino likes him, but hasn't been pushing as much as the media say. Poch is fully on board with new directors as things stand. Finally, I think Mount will leave somehow still. As my understanding is there is no desire on either side to restart negotiations. It turned toxic. If he stays, I think that Chelsea will be forced into restarting talks at some point as they do not want to lose him for free. Yeah, look, it's kind of what I've been saying. No, I appreciate that, Andy. Big up my guy. Yeah, guys, smash the like. How are we doing on the likes, people? Over 450 of us locked in across both channels. That's big numbers for a Saturday night, guys. Really appreciate each and every single one of you that's locked in, people. So keep smashing the likes on both channels. As I've said, I really appreciate it. It massively helps out. So please do that, guys. I know I bang on about it, but it does massively help, and I do greatly appreciate it, guys. And without you, the channels are nothing, the streams are nothing. So I do appreciate all of your support. Very grateful. If Mount is desperate to leave, he'll hand in a transfer request. Yeah, possibly. Bowley shut the bed again. Oh, I don't know if he did. Mount will sign new contracts at Chelsea. I'd like to think so, but who knows? Chelsea can't be in the driving seat. The player wants to leave. United want to pay. No, we are in the driving seat. Chelsea are happy for Mount to stay, I believe. And they're asking, Chelsea have always maintained the asking price is £65 million for Mason Mount. You pay that money, you get the player. You don't pay, you don't get the player. It's very simple. So from that perspective, Chelsea have always been in a really strong position, kind of on that front, guys. We have been in a strong position there. What else have we got here? Mount has been poorly advised by his father. They planned for him to leave for free 2 years if he didn't get what he wanted. It's true he turned down good terms by Roman and Marina. Imagine Mount and Rice. Yeah, it would be great, but I think we're getting very ahead of ourselves here, people. On one hand, we do a pre-agreement with Nkunku to avoid competition. On the other hand, we are unable to wrap a deal for Caicedo. I think different scenarios. 368 guys, Chelsea fan TV people, get those people up, guys. Get those likes up, people. We can definitely get more likes over on Chelsea fan TV. Get that to the 200 likes mark, guys. 200 likes over on Chelsea fan TV. Let's do this. It's obvious that Mount wanted to leave. Now they're saying club forced him to leave, then trying to clear his name and show him as a proper Chelsea again. Look, ultimately, I don't think anyone really knows the truthful answer to the situation. It is boring, but you know, it is big news. Reminds me when Paul Pogba always wanted to leave United year after year. Yeah, quite possibly. Are Chelsea happy to keep him and lose him on a free? I don't think they're happy to lose him on a free, but I think if they kept him, they'd be forced to sit down and try and renegotiate and reopen the talks. Because they absolutely wouldn't want to just let 65 million or 65 million slip through the net for Mason Mount and lose him on a free. Absolutely not. Chelsea 58 plus 7 million add-ons. Yep, that'll be the 65 million pounds. You know, they don't want 65 million up front. It's 65 million total package all in. Reports saying Caicedo dreams to play for Man United. Hope not. I haven't seen those reports. Man United tried acting smart. Yeah, possibly. What else have we got here? We should sell Mount to a newly promoted team. I mean, that's not going to happen, but okay. If Mount stays, Chelsea will get him to sign without doubt. His camp is too reactive. Chelsea know exactly what they're doing. Let's wait and see. He's worth 65 mil based on the price of similar players. I would agree on that. Don't want Mount to stay after all this fiasco. The fact that he agreed personal terms with United has left a stale taste. Fair enough. If Caicedo rejects Chelsea for United after all the work we have done to sign him, I'll be annoyed. Yeah, I would be very annoyed as well. It's not, though, because Kovacic, 29 going on 30, hasn't got his best years ahead of him. £30 million is a very good price for him, whereas Mount, English, 24 years of age still, and, you know, and he's got his best years ahead of him. He's got a lot of development as a player and could become much better, whereas Kovacic isn't going to become much better. So that's my thoughts behind that reasoning there. These man talking like we haven't made 130 million plus in sales already, pretty much. No, exactly. There's no pressure on us to sell Mount now. We don't need to sell him. We don't need that money to comply with FFP or anything like that. What else have we got? This don't look good for us. No, I don't think we will lose out on Caicedo. You're not negotiating for a position of power with him having 1 year on his contract. No, I don't think we have blown a golden opportunity to sell him, because if United come back with 65 mil, we'll sell. Mount has now known his levels. We are Chelsea and he's just Mount. As I've maintained, you know, no players bigger than the club. Bigger and better players than Mason Mount have come and left Chelsea. Eden Hazard, Juan Mata, to name a couple. Chelsea existed before Mount, it's existed with Mount, and it will exist long after Mount. So this is not like this is not the be all and end all if he does leave. But yeah, this saga is just kind of mad. Mount has now known his levels. We have done that. What else have we got going on here, people? Loads and loads of stuff coming in the chat. The issue is there more? Oh, we've got more Pice news apparently. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, people. I'll see if there's anything new. Is there anything new? Mason Mount, no, I've done that. Mount felt he was getting forced out of the club, and the last offer was back in February. You know, we've already done that. How much we pay for Sterling? Yeah, we paid 50 odd million quid, I think, for Sterling. Everyone is tired of Mount. What else have we got here? What's Lewis's takes on these Mount shenanigans? You have to ask him. I know he's not particularly keen for him to stay. What's your take on this? We sign Ivan Toney for cheap, then start Jackson until January, knowing that Toney will be. I've floated this thought a couple of times on the stream. I don't know if Toney can be signed this summer. But there was a part of me that thought maybe we got Jackson and Kunku and Broja to get by till January, then go and sign Ivan Toney. I don't know. It's a possibility. Picture of Caicedo wearing a Chelsea shirt. Where is you don't know? Yeah, I know you don't see that. I'm waiting for Ornstein or Fabrizio, Gissing and Felix. No, they're not paid PR. Absolutely not. This idea that there's paid PR is not true. But yeah, obviously you want to wait for a few more concrete sources for sure. Did he accept personal terms with United or not? I think, according to reports, personal terms were agreed. I don't really know, what that means. I mean, I do know what that means, but I guess if he felt like he was forced out, then you're going to agree personal terms on a different move, aren't you? I don't really know. Ivan Toney on a state shirt would be funny. Yeah, it'd be slightly ironic. I don't get it. United won't. Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a weird one. It doesn't make sense. Remember the reports of Chelsea willing to match any Arsenal bid for Caicedo. What makes United fans say, yeah, United, I don't see how United beat us to him. This is Man United and Mount PR briefing. Maybe. Who will be our number one keeper? Maybe Kepa. If Caicedo goes to United, who will be our target DM position? Yeah, well, it's not really worth thinking about. That's the thing. I'll get onto this Whisper Richard Singh shortly. The 8th-man ban puts me off Ivan Toney now. Yeah, because even if we signed him in January, he's not really fit to play until February. So you're basically going a whole season without him almost. United just said they'll focus on Caicedo to put pressure on us to sell Mount already. Yeah, I mean, 60 million on the table. I think that is a good deal for all clubs. I really do. But yeah, this is kind of the situation we are in with Mason Mount at this point in time, people, is that reportedly, Felix saying he hasn't got any idea if United have dropped out or not, but he has confirmed that Mount never wanted to leave Chelsea. But it's too many club briefings after club briefings. Mount leaving is summoned from no offer since February 1st. Nothing to do with Mount himself wanting to leave. And this is what I kind of suspected, that this wasn't to do with Mount wanting to leave. It's just the fact that with a year left on the contract and you've had no offer since February to extend, then you're obviously going to look at your options, aren't you? Like that's what this stems from. So yeah, I think I look. People are going to believe what they want to believe, but I would be perhaps more inclined to kind of Mount leaving as summoned from the fact that no offers materialised since February 1st, which is kind of mad. Reports say Chelsea preparing a bid for the Porto goalkeeper. We'll get into this. We are the club who beats others and takes their players. Look at Willian, Tottenham, and Hazard, Man United. I don't think they will either. Yes, big up, Nick. Thank you for tuning in, my guy. But yeah, guys, let's just move away from this Mason Mount stuff. We spent about 40-odd minutes going back and forth on Mount. It's always a divisive topic. It's good fun debating on this situation as well. But let's wait and see if anything more concrete comes out sort of overnight on the Mason Mount situation or at some point tomorrow. But at this point in time, it's a boring situation. We move on up the Chelsea, people. Let's move on from Mason Mount. Let's see what happens, in the coming days, if any further reports or better sources, quote unquote, confirm this scenario. But yeah, people, let's move away from Mason Mount. Let's quickly touch on another signing that Chelsea have made. It's a bit like Philip Schofield. We love the young boys. What have we got going on here? We've got, where are we? Not that one. Oh, geez, got so many tabs open. Yeah, so official and confirmed. Chelsea have signed Jamaica international. It's not Dujuan. It must be Dujuan. Whisper Richards. Richards, born in 2005, will join Chelsea when he turns 18. He joins from the Phoenix All-Stars. I'll be honest, another one that we don't know anything about. Yeah, I mean, one for the future. I'd imagine he'll probably end up on loan at Strasbourg at some point in time. The Philip Schofield joke can be. Mate, you got nothing wrong with a cheeky Philip Schofield joke. Yeah, I mean, if someone clips that, then fair enough. But yeah, it is what it is. Come on, new Spurs. Okay. What else have we got going on here? Yeah, ultimately, look, another prospect for the future. Obviously, we've obviously done our due diligence, scouted him, obviously see him as a big talent and have high hopes for him for the future. But again, another one of those low risk, high reward signings in terms of even if it doesn't work out, you know, you'd imagine you could sell him for a profit in the future in 2 or 3 years' time, or however many years it may be. So yeah, I mean, I haven't really got much more to add on him because I don't really know much about Dujuan Sterling at all. I've never seen him play football. I don't even think I've even watched any clips of him or seen anything on him. So yeah, I mean, it's one for the future, guys. I mean, the future team is looking like we could have a team of world beaters in a few years' time. Once all these 18, 19-year-olds get to sort of 23, 24, we could have some sort of worldy team. But yeah, I don't know anything about him. I mean, if anyone from America is tuned in that might know a bit more about him, might have watched him, then do say in the chat. Oh, right. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Am I the only one who's keen on hearing news that our medical department has been improved? Yeah, I'm hoping for some sort of news on that front for under 18s. Fair. Why he looks like Sturridge? Does he look like Sturridge? I don't know. Looks talented, but look at the standard of football where he's coming from. I do agree on that. Is it MLS or is it not even that? Heard about Dujon Richardson in January. Highly rated in Jamaica. Fair. Proper Chelsea Mount. We played Man United. I don't know. Mason Mount is prepared to fight for his move. Yeah, I saw this was yesterday. Yeah. Watch USA versus Jamaica later. He might feature. Okay. Fair. Well, anyway, that's pretty much it on that front there, because I don't really feel like there's anything more to add on him other than it's another Dujon. Dujon. Fair. Dujon. So Dujon Richards even, has signed for Chelsea, will join when he turns 18. So yeah, as another youngster added to the ranks at Chelsea to go with a plethora of youngsters that we do have on the book. So yeah, obviously that's signed. Dujon Richards, is signed for Chelsea. He'll join when he turns 18. Let's move on to the future of Christian Pulisic, guys. Now, according to L'Equipe in France, Lyon want to sign Christian Pulisic. Article says that he could be available for around £15 million. Now, I think we paid 63 million for Pulisic after when Maurizio Sarri was there. Yeah, it was kind of a mad one, if we're being honest. Like 63 mil for Pulisic, it never really worked out. So yeah, I mean, to lose all that money over him is a bit of a shame. Obviously, yeah, he was never gonna hold much of his value given the levels of his performances. But at the same time, you know, I'm not sure. It just hasn't worked out. I don't really think he's. I don't want to say he's not good enough for Chelsea, because he's clearly a talented player. You see when he plays for the US, he does really well. I think he obviously thrives off being the best, being the main man, as it were, quote unquote main man. So yeah, let's see what happens with that. But 15 mil is a joke. But again, Lyon don't have much money either. They seem to have money issues as well. So yeah. I guess it's one of those where we just want to get the wages off the books, take what we can get for him, and then just kind of move on from there, really. Because Pulisic, we need to get off the books. It's clear that he doesn't want to be here. So let's see what we can do on that front, guys. Let's see what we can do, because you know it is clear that he doesn't want to be here anymore. But 15 million is not much at all. Share. Yep, guys, make sure you do that. Black Diamond, big up. People, make sure you keep doing that. Get rid of Pulisic, another one that's failed to deliver. I agree. We do need to get rid of him this summer. There's also interest from Serie A as well. Juventus, I think AC Milan have been interested also. So, yeah, there's definitely sort of room there. There is, interest in Pulisic. But again, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near as much money as we potentially thought we might have got for him. I was thinking maybe more like 20, 25 million. But to me, it doesn't look like we're necessarily going to get that money, guys, which is a bit of a shame. What are people saying in the chat? What's going on here? Yes, big up, George. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I hope you're good. Dujon, Sturridge, Sterling. Sell him. All the best. What do you think of Tanguy Ndombele? Talented player, but comes across a bit lazy in my opinion. 58. I don't know what that's referring to. Thoughts on Mount staying at Chelsea this season? It's a possibility for sure. I don't really know what to believe though. That's the problem. 15 million is a joke. We should get 25 million. I hope we should try. Get rid of Pulisic, another one that has failed to deliver. I do agree on that. He needs to go. Lyon is a good team. They're challenging the league title. They weren't quite challenging for the league title. I'm interested on Lukaku. Yeah, we'll get into that. If Caicedo leaves Juve, maybe Pulisic can replace him. Yeah, quite possibly. Although they've just signed Timothy Weir as well, who plays in a similar position. Get Mount out quickly. Fair. What do you think of the new African player we've signed? What else have we got here? Pulisic, he's never done for Chelsea. No, and the fact that we always have to keep referring to Project Restart and lockdown Pulisic for his best form only goes to show you what I like how poor he has been really for the club. Surely Pully is worth more than 15 mil just for commercial value. You would have thought so, but I don't know how many years he's got left on a contract though. Top Dog RLG, big up thank you for the donation. I'll be very surprised if Mount ends up staying. It's understood Poch wants everyone joining pre-season 100% committed to the project. I agree on that. Whatever the outcome of this situation is, it has to be resolved next week. We cannot have Pochettino starting work with this sideshow of Mason Mount, will he, won't he, hanging over him. So I absolutely agreed. We either get rid next week or he stays and he signs. It's as simple as that for me. Big up for the donation. We did sell Ziyech for 8. This originally released in 2013. What? Pulisic to Lyon. Chelsea should have sold him for 55 mil. Fair. Whisper Richards, 189 height to age 17. That's pretty tall. That's taller than me. Keep him? No, absolutely not. Why the big hype? Let the club with the transfers progress, and please don't talk about how much is this or how much is that. It's not your money. It's business. We are leaving it to the experts for sure. Is he staying at Chelsea? Who are you referring to? I don't think Pulisic will. No. Sell him. We need a new team. Really, Man United should move on. Time to get rid of Pulisic. First 2 seasons good. Later horrific. I agree on that. Thiago Silva staying, as far as I'm concerned. Is it fair to say only Americans rate Pulisic? Quite possibly. It could be fair to say that. People, it's that time. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed, guys, make sure you subscribe to both channels, people. I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers at Chelsea Fan TV. We are on the road to 200k subscribers, guys. So if you're not locked in, people, make sure you subscribe to both channels, guys. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. I think I've sent the wrong link on that one, so we will try and delete that comment if we can. No, we can't delete that comment. I'm about to put this back in, guys. Let me just sort this out. So link going in for my channel. Ignore that first one, guys. This is the one. There we go. So links to both channels are in the chat, guys. Make sure you show some love. Subscribe to both channels. I'm on the road to 4K. Chelsea Fan TV. We are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Each and every single new subscriber really helps, and the support is greatly appreciated across the board, people. So please do that. I'm American, and I think Pulisic shit. Fair. Yeah, there probably are a few of those, but yeah, Pulisic is obviously, he is liked in America. Of course he is. Sell Pulisic to Man United for 49 million. We're not going to get anywhere near that money for him. What do you think of Tanguy Ndombele as a player? I think he's a talented boy. I think he's good. He's got good attributes, but ultimately he needs to work on his work rate. I think he's a bit lazy, but there's definitely a talented player there, but he needs to look within himself to unlock his full potential. CONCACAF, poor continent for football, in my opinion. Yeah, I would agree on that. What team do I support? Should be quite obvious, but yeah, Chelsea. Thoughts about Kudus, Dominic Szoboszlai? Look, I like Mohamed Kudus. I think he's a really good player. Ghanaian. Brighton are interested in him as well. Chelsea have looked at him before, I believe. Look, I think he's an exciting player. I personally like him. So yeah, let's wait and see. The LeBron James of soccer. We need to sell the LeBron James. What else have we got here? Would you get Tchouaméni? I absolutely would get Tchouaméni, but it's not going to happen. So we might as well forget about that situation happening, guys. But Chelsea are not that good. Thanks, mate. Yeah, we were shit last season. We were. But yeah, I think we're going to, under Pochettino, I fancy us to come back stronger, guys. I think we could have a good season in place, but we just got to get these outgoings locked in and the incomings locked in. Caicedo is a Man United fan, would choose Man United because they have Champions League football. No, I don't necessarily think that's the case. No Cucurella news. So let's wait and see what happens on that. But no news on Cucurella. I think he will end up staying. I don't think we're going to get a suitable offer that's going to come through for him. So yeah, that is the situation with Cucurella. Pochettino wants Mount. That's why Chelsea priced him out. Simple, quite possibly. Fab posted on YouTube about this Caicedo and Mount thing. I'm scared in case he says Caicedo is definitely on United's radar. Well, someone's going to have to watch that and let me know. Man U are for sure winning the season. No, I don't think they are. Caicedo and who else? Lavia for me. That's the most realistic. RLC still at Chelsea. Yes, he is. But again, he's on his way out as well. When is Pochettino starting his work with the team? July 1st is when Pochettino officially starts. So next Saturday. Wish for Gallagher to kill it next season. He's a real proper Chelsea fair. I think he's got interest from Borussia Dortmund. Apparently, there's Fabrizio news. Is it on Twitter? Is it on YouTube? Let's have a look. Have you got Fabrizio news, guys? Someone needs to watch the YouTube video and let me know what the news is from Fabrizio on this stuff, guys. So if someone can watch the video, that would be great, and let me know what it is. Have you heard about the new flame from Denmark, Magnus Hansen? He's a striker for Odense Bold Club in the Danish league, scored 25 league goals. He's 17. Bro, I've never heard of him. So, and also, is it just, I have no idea who he is. Just because we fail one season, keep crying, we're going to get Caicedo. I think we will. I think he will. There was news that Man United is in the main threat for Caicedo. Yeah, again, there's been no concrete reports on that, though. Mount is still not over. No, it's not over. Something on Sky Sports News. Fair. I'll have to have a look at that. Caicedo will definitely come to Chelsea, even with the other clubs going, and he's blue. I believe so as well. Well, that's what I'm going to choose to think anyway. Do you think Mount will go, and do we get Caicedo? I think we're more likely to get Caicedo than Mount staying, but it wouldn't be totally outrageous to say that both of them could certainly end up staying for sure. You think we play two strikers within Kunku? He plays attacking mid. I don't know. I think we're going to go 4-2-3-1 personally. We can, but it's proving very difficult at a price that we are looking at as acceptable. So yeah, it's proving quite tough. It really is. Someone was sold to Al Hilal. What was his name? Koulibaly went to Al Hilal, and Ruben Neves from Wolves went there. Nope, not true on that at all. Categorically, no. I've just watched the Fab video. They're basically saying Mount is staying now. Are they? Transfer Lukaku to Strasbourg. Let's see if any tweets on this Fabrizio stuff. But Pice has tweeted. Breaking news. Chelsea and Manchester United are still in contact, and the expectation is that Mount leaves. So that's Fabrizio Romano reporting that. I don't know what's going on here, but according to Fabrizio, Chelsea United are still in contact, and the expectation is that Mount will leave. Doesn't mean it will happen, but that is the expectation. So I guess we're kind of just at where we're at the moment, same point in time. Someone was, we've done that. Transfer Lukaku to Strasbourg. Well, we could do that. If Pochettino insists on putting Lukaku back into a Chelsea... No, I don't see how Lukaku plays for Chelsea again. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be at the club. So Mount news today was crap. I've got no idea. It must have come from somewhere. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know what's gone on. Don't know what the situation is. But yeah, the Mount situation is kind of mad. So yeah, let's see what happens. Are we still interested in Victor Osimhen? He's on the list. I think it's going to be very, very tricky to do though. You've just gone through that one. Keep up the good work, mate. Massively appreciate it. We should terminate Lukaku's contract. He's still got 3 years to run, and he's on well over 300 grand a week. So that is certainly easier said than done, people. No two ways about it. It's not that United don't have the money. It's because they would rather buy 80 million for Caicedo. I'm not sure about that. Mount is actually staying, and I don't think Mount is staying. Do you want Mount to leave Chelsea? No, I personally don't, but I know that's obviously not an opinion held by everyone. Caicedo wants Chelsea moved. Caicedo has Chelsea as his priority. Absolutely. I only care right now to get Caicedo. Yep. Fabrizio Romano he's not an agent. No, he's a journalist, reporter. Fabrizio, the expectation for Mount is to still leave. Fair. No, maybe not. Hope Mount gets another year. I would like that as well, but obviously I know a lot of people think differently. I don't think Mount will go. We will overprice him to keep him for Poch to change his mind. Maybe. I heard that Eden Hazard is willing to come back to Chelsea. No, nothing suggesting that at all. I see a lot of hype surrounding Arda Güler from Fenerbahce, and after checking his metrics and analysis vids, I think he could be our Christian Eriksen if we signed him. He looks like a real talent, but again, I don't think he's on Chelsea's radar at the moment. Fair. Hope he's not another striker. I also agree on that. I bet Lukaku leaves to AC Milan on a permanent. He won't go to AC Milan, no chance. How can you say Chelsea have a brighter future when Qatar like to get Man United? Because I believe in the project. I believe in the infrastructure we've got. I believe in the squad that we're building, the players. We've got some really good players, and I think Chelsea will win more trophies than United in the next 3 to 4 in the next 5 years. I'm happy to go on record and say that. Who is your favourite footballer? What of all time or just Chelsea player? I don't know. Why should the Glazers put any money in Man United? Well, it's a fair point. Chelsea and also United saying, we've done all this. A lot of mind games. Fabrizio just said that Mount United still in contact. Where is Broja? And Broja will be part of the team next season. Broja will be part of the team. I would love to see Mohamed Kudus as well. I'm a big Mohamed Kudus fan. But let's wait and see what the situation is. So it's down to the clubs now to find a solution. It's not over yet. Chelsea offered to meet them in person. Understand that Man United, this is just on a separate side note, Manchester City have now agreed personal terms with Josko Gvardiol. RB Leipzig hope to keep Gvardiol, but won't sell for less than 100 mil. It looks like Man City are moving to get Josko Gvardiol, which would be a fucking good signing for them, which is kind of mad. Anyway, moving away from that. What else have we got in the chat? Favorite player? Well, I've always been a massive Cristiano Ronaldo fan, but obviously at this point in time, he's kind of towards the end of his career. It's hard to say favorite player. It's quite a big thing that I can't really think of on the fly. They have not pulled out. Fair. Who is the backup to Reece? Malagusto is the backup. Get rid of Toxic Mount. Malagusto. So obviously let's see what happens with Christian Pulisic again. Obviously, there's interest from Lyon. There is interest from clubs in Serie A. Let's see what sort of a fee we can get for him, but it doesn't look good. City won't spend 200 million one window. I can't see Rice. It depends though, because if they sell Riyad Mahrez, if they were to sell Bernardo Silva, that's a large chunk of money back in. So maybe let's wait and see. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about a Korean player, very similar and young like Son. Plays for a club, can't think of his name. Interest, very funny. Good player for Man City, Gvardiol, weren't we? We were. We had a bid rejected, I think, last summer. We don't need Laporte would be available. Probably we don't need another centre back though. He's leaving. Fabrizio. Who else do you want Chelsea to sell? Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, maybe Gallagher, Martson probably. Because one of those left backs needs to go. There's a lot of players still. I don't know because it's only outlets in Portugal saying that, and there's been no major concrete evidence from any sort of what you'd call top sources, linking that those moves. So I don't think so. 64.5 million is the release clause, so that would be very expensive. Lionel Messi over Cristiano Ronaldo, fair. Last season, Chelsea fans were so confident in challenging for the title, and look how it turned out. No, I'm not saying I don't feel confident in that. We can sell Martson for sure. Get up Fabrizio's source. No, Fabrizio is his source. He's got his own contacts. Chelsea want Caicedo, and Caicedo wants Chelsea. The expectation is that Caicedo chooses Chelsea as priority. Let's see if United attack the situation, but Caicedo almost agreed personal terms, as we know. As soon as Mount goes, everything will move quite possibly. There isn't really a Caicedo update at the moment. That's kind of been expected in the next few days. That's the reality of the situation at this point in time. So it very much is just the same news that we're getting over and over again. I think the best thing really on the Mount front and the Caicedo front is just to stay quiet until something happens. That's really the situation we're in. Stay quiet until something happens. Otherwise, we're kind of just repeating the same stuff over and over. But the Mount stuff's weird because you get in Fabrizio debunking it. and then let's wait and see. I mean, there was a good point on the Mount thing, sorry, that Ornstein said that all parties agreed to suspend talks in the summer, until the summer back in March. So why is Mason surprised we went quiet? Refusing to talk and wanting to leave due to a fallout with directors is petty and childish. That shouldn't stop him staying at the club he claims to love. Yeah, I don't really know what the situation is with that. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens. What have we got in the chat, guys? No news is good news. I'd say no news is good news, really. United fans gone quiet yet. Diogo Costa would be great for Chelsea in his prime. I liked him, but not now. He was poor for Wolves. Now we're talking about Diogo Costa, the Portuguese goalkeeper. The reporter who reported about United putting out a ban is a United fan. I had a look at his account. No, fair enough. Manu wants Caicedo. They don't get Mount. They won't get it. It's a bunch of misdirection from someone at United to get Chelsea to budge. Yeah, I think I probably believe that. When is every player expected? I think pre-season I think pre-season starts in a couple of weeks. Pochettino officially starts work on July 1st. I imagine that pre-season maybe starts the week after. I don't actually know when the set pre-season date is, guys. So yeah, let's wait and see on that one. What else have we got going on here? Someone was asking about selling Chilwell to City. I absolutely wouldn't do that. No, absolutely not, Pez Lord. No chance will I be doing that. I've been saying sell Mount if he wants to leave. Now might keep an unhappy player. I still think he will. I still think he'll probably go. What else have we got going on here? Oh, I've done all this. Man United wants Caicedo. Who's already left Chelsea? Kante's gone. Havertz is gone. Kovacic is gone. Mendy's gone. Ziyech is gone. And Koulibaly's gone. That's 6 out the door. 4th of July is when pre-season starts. That's not when everyone's going to be going. Obviously, Ben Jacobs news. Yeah, so there's all that. So possibly starts the week after. Let's wait and see. Mohamed Kudus is one of Brighton's top targets. Yeah, what have we got here? I think Jose Sarr would be a great move and very underrated. Sell Martin for sure. Chelsea aren't going to sell Cucurella 1 year after a massive outlay on him. They just simply aren't going to do that, people. So it would be Martin that goes. Pice has another thing out about Caicedo. I think I've already read that. I don't actually think it's anything new, if we're being honest with ourselves. Yeah, no, I've seen that. It's just kind of the same news again. The kit's kind of worried. No, there's been leaks, but there's just no sponsor. I think it's kind of almost pretty unanimously agreed what it's going to be. But yeah, it's still not out yet. Chelsea will be investigated on. It's already been looked at, and there's no wrongdoing. Milan want Benfica midfielder. Loftus-Cheek. I think Loftus-Cheek to Milan probably is going to go on there. Chelsea haven't sold anyone yet. Yeah, we have. We've sold 6 players. Don't know what you're on about. It's out there now. You know, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've already read that latest, and it's just same news as before. Not really. There's no real update. Still got 41 players on the books, including returning loads and excluding players who look set to leave. There's still a lot to shift. Yeah, Minerals is such a weirdo. Yeah, no, he is a weirdo. Mount as a super sub would be nice for us. 55 mil for an unhappy player who wants to leave is a good deal. Some of these directors lack common sense, maybe. Possibly not on that front. Let's wait and see. But yeah, Christian Pulisic's future looks like that's going to be resolved at some point, people. But yeah, the main things from tonight really are the Mason Mount situation. We don't really know what's going on there. We've then got obviously Christian Pulisic's future up in the air. Some talk on goalkeepers, but not really very much. Some Portuguese outlets linking Chelsea with a potential move for Diogo Costa. But again, like no sort of top sources are kind of saying anything on that front. But yeah, guys, I'm going to use this last few minutes or so. If you've got any Chelsea related questions in the chat or any questions in general, make sure you put them in, guys, and I'll go through a few of your questions to round this one out, people. By the way, guys, keep smashing the likes. Let's get this up to 200 likes on Chelsea Fan TV. Let's get myself to 100 likes if we can. We're on 78 at the moment. So just hover over that thumb button, give it a little click. It massively helps out myself. It helps out my channel, helps out Chelsea Fan TV as well. So, guys, make sure you keep smashing those likes and get your questions in the chat, people. I'm going to go through a few at the end of proceedings. Oh, what I will do in terms of the kit, let's bring the kit up. There's apparently the new Chelsea training kit has been leaked, and it looks very nice indeed, people. Looks very nice indeed. It's an absolute banger from Trivago. I have to say myself, I probably will be going down to purchase it. But let me know your thoughts, guys. This is reportedly the Chelsea training kit for next season. Looks class. Looks class. What do you think? Chelsea going to get another striker? Yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't really know what's going to go on there. Not really too many concrete links at the moment. You've got your obvious, your Vlahovic's and your Lautaro Martinez's, but really it's gone quite quiet on that front. Nothing official, just rumours. Transfers are already done and happening, just waiting official confirmation. Yep. I reckon Pulisic will stay and Gallagher. I think Gallagher's got more of a chance to stay. I don't think Pulisic will stay. Chelsea owner will be... No, I don't agree on that. Breaking news. Yeah, done that one. Is the new Chelsea team kit out yet? No, it's not. It's not out yet. We're still waiting to sort out a sponsorship deal. Until then, there's going to be no kit. Will Poch do a press conference on July 1st? I've got no idea. I reckon we will win the Caicedo duel. We have to act fast. Yep. Yeah, massive fan of this training kit. I will definitely be buying that when it's come out and if it's confirmed. Havertz done, Mendy done. Yeah. Do you think Caicedo and Santos have a chance in the first team this season? Yeah, quite possibly. As I've said, they'll be looked at in pre-season by Pochettino, and then the best course of action will be decided based on their performances. So, yeah, let's wait and see. Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of love for this in the chat. Need that for fives. Yeah, it's a great top. I am certainly going to be purchasing that when it comes out. Would you be happy for Mount to stay after everything? I would be happy for him to stay because I've always maintained that there's a top player in there, despite what we've seen this season. But I think he would need to come out and explain the situation and kind of what's happened for sure. Never liked the three sponsors. I mean, it'd be great if we could just have Trivago as our sponsor, but obviously they're not going to pay anywhere near enough money that we need. Yeah. Reece in the midfield, no, can't see that happening. Do you think we'll jump into top four next season? It's going to be tough. Top five gets Champions League, but it is going to be really difficult. Again, a lot of it's going to depend on our recruitment. So, yeah, that's certainly going to be an interesting one to look out for. But, yeah, I think we need to get Champions League next season. Finished outgoings before official Caicedo bid / announcement. What happened to Jem? No, he is. Jem's still streaming. Obviously, he doesn't do it as regularly as I do. But, yeah, no, Jem's still about. Jem's still about, yeah. What else have we got, people? Jackson, Broya, and Nkunku. Reckon we stick with that. There's every chance we stick with that, but I think it's clear that, and I think people will agree that we definitely need one more. There's no two ways about it. We absolutely need one more. Take my money. Agreed on that. It's looking like that. It's looking like that, quite possibly. Nah, it's a pleasure, guys. I enjoy interacting with you. I try and get through as many things as possible. Hope we get plans for a new stadium soon. Yeah, maybe we will. Paramount would have been a great sponsor. Would have been great. I think we could have been robbed of an all-timer kit, which is a real shame. Hope we get. I've done that. What's holding up kit sponsorship? Well, supposedly because we did a deal agreed with Paramount, and then the Premier League blocked it, and now we're having to kind of scramble around and find something last minute, which is what the hold-up is. Pulisic transfer update. Interest from Lyon in France. Interest from clubs in Serie A. Other than that, nothing really too much else to say. I like this Trivago kit. Looks good. Yeah, it's class. Do you think Gallagher will perform better this season? If he stays, quite possibly. I think maybe. Mount gone next summer. Well, either way, he's going to be gone. Yep, top five will be Champions League spot. Do you think Gabriel Vega? I think he would. I think he'd be a great replacement for Mason Mount. How far is Onana pursuit? Do you mean Onana the goalkeeper or Onana the midfielder? Onana the midfielder, not really anything on that. Onana, the goalkeeper, Chelsea reportedly pulled out of that race because Inter Milan asking for too much money. That's kind of the situation we are with that one. Pulisic will be going to Italy. He won't go to West Ham, but bring that Samsung sponsor back. Yeah, the Samsung sponsor was goated. It was an all-timer. What's your expectation next season? Champions League football. We have to get back into Champions League football. It is a must. Stay at the Bridge or new ground. I haven't got a problem with going to a new ground. Earl's Court I'd be up for. Means we could stay at Stamford Bridge whilst the stadium's being built. Yep, that is supposedly the training kit, and that is a really, really nice top. Definitely need one more striker option. I agree on that. Can Chelsea face a transfer ban? Well, yeah, if we break the rules, but we're not breaking the rules, so no. They should have known full well that sponsor was a no-go. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the situation is with the Paramount stuff. You know, you would have thought that they would have known full well, but clearly they didn't. So yeah, guys, I'm just going to check if there's been any last minute news that's come out. If not, people, I'm going to round this one out, guys. Let's have a look if anything new has come. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. Right, people. Let me just do these last few bits. Jamie Bruce, the Premier League blocked Paramount. We'll finish third in the Premier League. Hopefully, FA Cup 2 would be nice. Right, people. Big up everyone in the chat. I'm going to round this one out. Still over 300 of us locked in across all channels, guys. Make sure you keep smashing the likes on both channels. We'll get Chelsea Fan TV to 200 likes. I'm 20 likes away from 100 likes, guys. Make sure on your way out, you continue to smash the likes on both channels. Get me to 100 likes, guys. I'd massively appreciate it. Big up to everyone that's tuned in tonight. It's been big numbers. I've really enjoyed interacting with you all. The streams are nothing without you. So thank you to everyone that's been involved in the chat. As I said, make sure you show some love to both channels. I've put the link to my channel in the description in the chat, and I've put the link to Chelsea Fan TV in the chat now as well, people. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. The support is greatly appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. So please make sure, smash the likes on both channels, subscribe to both channels on your way out. Help me on my road to 4,000 subscribers before the season starts. Help Chelsea Fan TV on the road to 200k, guys. So please do that. A massive thanks to each and every single one of you that's tuned in. Thanks for getting involved in the chat. It's been a good one tonight. Let's wait and see what happens on the Mason Mount front. Let's wait and see what happens on the Moises Caicedo front. I'm sure there's going to be more interesting news coming out tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow again, guys, with another daily transfer update. So I'll see you then for that one. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Up the Chelsea. Peace out.